What's going on, everybody? It's your boy D to the E. I am back. We are doing another video here, and I've been playing Warframe for quite some time. I really haven't done any coverage or videos on it, and I decided to kind of reinvigorate my channel a little bit, kind of get back into the game, because I like to express my not only happiness but my frustrations. And let's just be real, this has got me a little frustrated, and so we're gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it. Now, it's kind of been known that, like, as you go through different games, as the developers come out, they kind of say, hey, we're developing this. These are our plans. This is the timetables. This is how we're going to do things. And normally, as the player back in the day, you'd be like, oh man, I'm so excited, XYZ, you guys are going to do this, you get super hyped up. And usually if something comes out and then, you're expecting a certain level of something and then it doesn't happen, back then you get so pissed off. You start messaging the developers, get on the forums, crying out, why, you lied to me. Oh, we had a commitment. What happened? And that was the thing. And, as we get older, and we keep going through these different games, especially with me, I'm starting to not believe companies anymore. I'm starting to not believing the hype and the plans and the timetables and all the stuff that they have going on. It's just not what I've been kind of not setting the bar to allow disappointment. And so I kind of went into this with no expectations whatsoever. I had literally no expectations. I was like, you know what, let's just see what happens. We're going to see what happens. And I have to say, I don't understand what the hell is going on with this company, because this was, I'm not going to use the word garbage, but damn, it's close. It's real close. And let me explain. Now, I want to give credit where credit is due. Now, I do like the fact that they did something, as far as the development of it. I did end up playing a lot of it, over 7-8 hours of it. So obviously there's something there, right? Because I played a lot of it, but I played it because I like Warframe, right? And I felt like I was playing regular Warframe. I didn't feel like I was really playing anything additionally extra or something that was special. But what I ran into was a lot of bugs. Yep, and then this happened. Also this. And that. And the list goes on. The list goes on. Now, it was opening day, and I understand that, usually in these kind of situations, bugs and stuff like that, they're going to happen, right? It happens. I get it. I understand. That's why I kept playing. I was like, oh, it sucks, but I'm used to it, whatever. But I felt like this whole thing was lackluster, okay? The whole concept of it is that, you have two teams, as you guys know or don't know. One team's supposed to be on Earth, the other team's supposed to be in space. And you're supposed to work in unison to stop basically the sentients from invading or beginning to invade by sending down ships of sentients down into Earth. You're supposed to stop them from doing that. So transport ship shows down at Earth. The ground team's supposed to basically get in there, kill some things, get the kill codes, loot them up, right? Take this this little laser stick, and then you put the codes in the laser stick somehow through some crazy mental pipeline, and you transfer those codes all the way up to space. They beam up at the light speed of something godly, and the space team gets the codes, and then they're supposed to somehow uplink them into the ship, which disrupts the ship and explodes the ship. Okay, right. The problem is that it's super lackluster, right? Whether you're playing on the ground or whether you're playing in the space, here's, from my perspective, this is just my own personal opinion. I didn't feel like I was playing with another team. I didn't feel like there was somebody down at another planet saying like, hey, we're gonna send you some codes. And I was like, word? And I was like, yeah, we're gonna send you the codes. I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna wait for you right here. Send the codes. I'm gonna just keep, killing some people, and then send me the codes, and then we can do the damn thing. And like, cool. I didn't feel like that at all. I felt like I showed up and they told me they was gonna send me some codes, and next thing you know, yeah, so it was kind of, like one of those things. And, they did some hot fixes and they kind of, realized some things. I don't exactly know everything that was fixed per se. I know there was like 2 or 3 hot fixes that went through that changed some things and kind of helped some things, which, then fixed a couple of problems. And it was kind of cool. And, so, I kept going and I was doing a lot of, I noticed that there was a super big imbalance between ground crews and the space crews. So I was doing a lot more space crews, using my railjack, trying to make, groups. And then I realized another thing. I was inviting people and people couldn't join my group. And I was like, what is going on? Like, why can't you join? It failed to join, failed to join, failed to join. Now I understand some people might know the answer why this is happening, and I do know the answer. I'm going to tell you here in a second. But when you are first starting into this, it is super frustrating. I thought I was the problem. I'm like, okay, maybe my game's messing up. Maybe I didn't drink enough orange juice. I don't know what the problem is. Let me go ahead and restart my computer. Let me come back in. I'm going to restart it again. Maybe I have to take a jog around my neighborhood. What is happening right now? Come to find out, you cannot invite people that are not in your own session. So when you go into a session and you're going to restart the game, and but yet you're connected to this, just general public chat that connects everybody, through multiple sessions. And so Joe Schmo's like, hey man, I want to join your session. I'm like, cool, let me invite you. Damn, he can't join because he's probably in session number 6 and I'm in session number 47. So so it took me like a good 20-30 minutes to realize, oh, maybe I should just get out of this. I'll make my party while I'm on my orbiter, and then we'll go into a session, and then we can go ahead and do that. And then we ran into the problem of, okay, we got the group together, and now we go into it and, oh man, there's no waves happening, or we can't get into it because there's you get into it and there's waves, but it's already completed 100 out of 100, and then you got to be like, oh damn, well, let's try a different session. Well, the problem is that when you leave the group, it disbands everybody, so you got to be like, okay, whisper me real quick so I can re-invite you guys. And it's just a big headache. It's just such a big headache, and I just don't understand how they didn't see that coming. Like, how you didn't see that come? How you did not know that was the way it was gonna come out? Everybody coming in. So we had to get around that hurdle. Okay, so once we got around that hurdle and we got back into the actual game, again, I played primarily the railjack. Like, okay, so it didn't, like I said, it didn't feel like an actual link. It felt like I just showed up and I just put something in the ground and waited for the Wi-Fi to kick on. That's what it felt like. And, I had to kill some stuff, and then I got ported back to my ship, rinse and repeat. That's how it felt. So, I feel like they had so much more potential in this. They could have did so much more things with this. I'll kind of go into the end of the video, just some ideas that I kind of had, because the ground base to air base, like depending on how far that is, it seems like it'd be a super far long distance of a link. It didn't really make sense. The whole concept to me doesn't really make sense. I'm not hating on DE. I'm really not. I just, from a game player's perspective and someone who's played more games than I can count, and has gone to school for game design, and has looked at things from both sides of the spectrum, I just don't get it. I don't understand the concepts and how this was approved to the final table. It was fun at first. It really was fun at first, and then it felt like I was just playing regular missions with Railjack, or it felt like I was playing just a regular Warframe, which is why I just kept playing. The rewards for for Little Duck, how he has the rewards of the arcanes and the weapons. Okay, so here's my big problem. Why couldn't this system have just been introduced to Eidolons in the first place, right? Like, the systems, like, there could have been an event where Eidolons just basically dropped an extra currency that had an extra vendor that had all the arcanes that people were actually looking for. It would have saved so much more time and made a lot more sense. You could have fabricated some sort of story as to how that presented itself. The Eidolons they accumulated or possessed or created something additional that allowed that maybe Little Duck or somebody want it, something special. They're like, oh man, they got this one special moon that comes out or whatever, and it makes this thing happen, and they want this material, and they're like, well, hey, next, just so you know, I got this extra stockpile of arcanes and special weapons. How about you hook me up with those, and I'll get with this. Swish, swish. You could have hooked that up way back then, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people would agree that even in comparison with this content, Eidolon content is still more fun. It's more engaging. It's more, it's more everything. So I don't understand why you wouldn't take this idea and implement it in something that you already had, and then, kind of reinvigorate content that you already have. Now, the argument could be made that it's in the past. It's, we don't want to go back because, veterans or whatever. But hear me out, though. Okay, yeah, I get that, but here's the thing. What we're doing now, it gets boring after you do it the one time, twice, maybe 3 times. You really want to do this for 28 days, 30 days? How many days is it? Over and over? We're literally doing Einstein said it best. You do the exact same thing expecting a different outcome. Okay, we're literally doing the same mission over and over and over and over and over and over and again, like forever. Like, just think about that for a second. Break it down and realize what's happening here. It's the same mission. There's nothing different about it. So it's insane to think that, oh, okay, well, I'm going to keep walking to the bathroom and then walking back to my room and then walking to the bathroom, walking back to my room. And eventually, one of these times I might have to go. So it might be actually worth it. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. So the system could have been used in a whole different way. Now, I don't understand why this sort of event was made in such a big way. It seems like it's very small, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not hating on it. It's just I felt very frustrated as a gamer, and at the end of it all, at the end of the day, the final thought process that when people were asking me, well, what do you think? And I was like, you know what, to be honest, like it's cool at first. It's cool. Like once they threw all the updates and the hot fixes in there, it really did kind of even itself out. I didn't really see as many problems, right? Which is good. But I was boring. I was like, yo, it got to the point where I was like just messing around with just different weapons, different, mod sets, and just like bringing in Excalibur Umbra and just seeing how much damage I could really do, and trying to do crazy things, and taking the railjack and just going out and trying to see if I can do some, just exploring the map and doing it. It became to the point where I was trying to find something to make it fun again in a very short amount of time. And that was just the first day. So I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking in terms of making this like super huge. I don't know. Like, I know the coming out with all the new stuff with Nova in terms of the costumes and all that, Syndanas and all that. And you got all these extra things they're doing, for the testing your weapons and all that kind of stuff. Whatever team you guys got, whatever team that DE has, they need to bring everybody together and actually make content. Like, this isn't content. It's content, yes, but it's like, it's very small. We're talking like this is the kind of content that you create in a week. Your boss comes in and was like, hey, we're almost done. We need that last mission to finish out the storyline. You got a week. This is what you come up with. I don't understand all this time, and I don't know if there's some staffing issues or they're just changing stuff up, but it seems like the original team that had the railjack, whatever they were going to do with the railjack, it just seems like somebody got fired or didn't show up or didn't bring the boss his Skittles and coffee and was like, hey, you know what? You were supposed to bring me all red Skittles. You brought me all green Skittles. You're done. You're out. Go home. And it just, because of that, their whole railjack system it's just been a slope. It's just been it comes up a little bit, you get a breath of air, and it comes back down, the slope. So, in closing, I just want to here's some of my ideas. Like, they could have had it where the sentient ship shows up, right, and it's something that you can visibly see when you're on Earth in the plains of Eidolon, and when you can't do anything about it, but you can see it. And somehow the NPCs are bringing notice to it. They could have done that weeks before. Something that this is the way World of Warcraft has done things in the past, right? So it kind of builds up hype, like, oh snap, the ship is here. That's crazy. Maybe I'm gonna take a shower because this might be real, right? There's the ship. Let me get on it. I don't know how to get there, and everyone will start theory crafting. What do you think's gonna happen? I don't know, right? And then some sort of event happens. There's a cinematic. The ship opens up like Independence Day, and bow, all these Sentients just start coming out, or big old ship ships just start coming out, and you're like, oh snap, it's about to get crazy. And you're like, yeah. And then the ships show up and they crash land on Earth, right? And they start taking over and killing and destroying things. Like, imagine like a destroyed like Cetus, or like a damaged Cetus. Like, you know, everybody's running for their life, trying to call us down. We're trying to get there. Something happens while we're going. Our orbiter gets damaged. We crash land on Mars. I don't know. Just open up your mind. Use your imagination, right? Now we're on Mars. We're trying to figure out what to do. Now we're sitting up here like Star Wars in a big old situation room, and we're like, damn, that's the Death Star. Okay, half the team, y'all going over there. The other half of the team's going to the indoor moon. We're gonna split up. We're gonna do this. And we're like, yeah, we get hyped. We're like, yeah, okay, cool. And then it sets it up for you as a player. You're like, oh man, we're gonna have to get it back, man. Remember that spot I was always fishing at? They always messed it up. Bow, messed it up, whatever. So then the space team gets on the thing, and you actually gotta, you know, not just grab a link, right, and just take it to the ship. If you're on the railjack side, you're battling to the area first. You're battling to the area. All the new sentient ships, you know, that they could have had. You know, you're battling to there, and you're going to steal the uplink from one station and take it to that ship and then install it, right? And instead of getting out of your ship to board their ship initially, what you could have had maybe is you're planting some sort of code or some sort of link on your own ship first, which starts getting boarded, and they start trying to kill you and all these different things. You'd be fending off these little waves to get the codes to hack into the main ship. And then you have to split up your railjack team, 2 on the ship, 2 on the thing, something like that. Okay, we hacked in, we unlocked the doors, let's get in there. There's like a captain or something, a new boss, something new, you know, that's like, oh, I can't believe you want to come in my house. You want to start something with me. He was like, you don't even know us, man. You came to our house. It was like, well, let's do something then. Let's go. And then bow, you fighting something new, something fresh, you know, some new crazy drop maybe that has a low drop percentage. Who knows, right? You kill him, right? Take the codes from him, right? And then you use that to destroy the main ship. Bow. Look, that's huge, right? And then you can have all these different type of varieties of bosses, all these different types of varieties of ships. Meanwhile, on Earth team shows up, right? They heading out to, I'm gonna just say Cetus, you know, it doesn't have to be, I'm just using my imagination, right? They show up, and all of a sudden, you know, they realize like they gotta, you know, fight their way to like this centralized landing area, or the area where they came down, right? You fight your way to there, and you destroy all the ships that they came, they destroy all those ships. Then you realize after the ships are destroyed, there's a command link, like they set up an actual command, and you're like, oh snap, we could send the codes, we can figure out the codes from there to send them up to the space team so they could hack the ship to be able to get in. That makes sense, right? So then the ground team has to actually coordinate with a live space team to be like, okay, we're gonna hold our railjack in position till you take out the ships, or you know, the little landing area. Ground team comes in, landing all the ships there, they die, right? They send in some kind of code, right, or some sort of communication, or even open chat. Hey, ships are down. All right, cool, let's go. Now the ships are now the railjack team is going. Boom, they battle their way to the first command thing. All right, we're here at the relay. Cool. Now the ground team goes. We're here. All right, let's connect here. The ground team hits the command post. They hack in. They send the railjack team, you know, the codes to hack in. The railjack team takes the connector or whatever it's called, the little satellite thing. They hack in the satellite. They take the satellite all the way to the main ship. They connect it to the main ship. They go, okay, ground team, we're ready. And then the main ship realizes, oh crap, like the satellite's been connected. Yo, we got to get down there and kill the ground team because they hacking, they send in the wrong code. So now the ground team's dealing with all these different waves the way it was already kind of been as it is right now, right? Except they're there with like more stronger mobs, like, you know, different waves with stronger mobs, not just one sentient or 2 sentients at a time, right? And so they're trying to take out all these different things, right? And 17 waves, all right, that's cool, let's say. And on the 17th wave, ground team gets a boss. You know, maybe it's the cousin from the Space Team's boss. I don't know. Maybe they're husband and wife, and they're like, yo, you need to go get them, I'll get them. Let's do this. Rock, paper, scissors. Pow, pow, pow. You ground, I'm air. Let's go. Boom. And now we're facing two different bosses. Both team get bosses. Both team gets a 5% drop chance of some crazy ass weapon that shoots houses, and it'd be cool. Everybody be happy, and you get points, and you'd be like, oh my god, that was epic. And you're like, oh no. Just like, you know, and you actually felt like you communicated with somebody, and everybody be like, that was crazy. Now, I know that was a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot to kind of bring out. That's a lot of story. That's a lot of programming. I get it, right? But that, to me, deserves the merit, just as an idea, deserves a merit of an actual Scarlet Spear update. These fools showed up. We saw you sitting there. We was leaving you alone. Then you looked at the sideways crook-eyed, and he was like, oh, we gonna come down and get you. He was like, you ain't gonna do nothing, man. We got Cocoa forever. And they was like, man, go Cocoa, man. We got real chocolate. Chocolate, let's go. And then so they showed up, and they started like shooting craziness, and that's how the story go. I'm just saying, it could be so much better. It could be so much better. But instead, we got this. You know, we got this. We show up to a hub, and we got two computers. We got a computer on the right, computer on the left, and it's like, look, it's like you show up, and it's like the end of the world, and like Little Duck's telling you, hey man, look, if you're wearing blue, go to the left. If you're wearing red, go to the right. And somebody always wearing that tie-dye shirt was like, what about me? And the Little Duck's like, you know what? Just shoot him, because he ain't supposed to be here. Like, you know, it's just you just I mean, you guys understand what I'm saying, right? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I felt like, you know, just the creativity. Where's the creativity? Who is doing this? Who is coming up with these lackluster stories? I don't know, but they need to be shot, resurrected, and taught something new. So overall, guys, I mean, get in there, you know, do what you do, think what you think. I think that people, I don't even have all the arcanes upgraded yet, so for people like me, I guess it's kind of cool. You get to work on specific arcanes, but like I said, the system could have been implemented a long time ago with the Eidolons before, so it kind of like rattling in my head, like, it seems like you kind of, you know, I don't know. I don't get it. So, anyways, you guys, you know, get in there, tell me what you think. You know, if you like the video, I'm gonna try to come back for you guys. I know people been hitting me up like, hey man, where you at, man? You was funny. You was made me laugh. Man, you know, I'm gonna come back. Maybe I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna rock paper scissors myself and just see what gonna happen. I don't even know. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm thinking. So I gotta reverse that and bring it back. You feel me? So anyways, guys, this is D to the E. It has actually been kind of fun to come back and do this for you guys. And I'll keep them coming. I don't know what game. You know, I'm right now I'm playing Warframe full time, so I might keep some Warframe videos coming right now. I will be coming out with another video on why I quit World of Warcraft. That's another story for another day. I'm not trying to get dark today. So, anyways, guys, I hope you guys having a good time. Enjoy your life. Enjoy everything you got going on around you, because right now it's crazy in life right now. You know, be safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. This is D to the E. Peace out.